Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Diamond Painting and Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good day. Well, today, I don't know how much of this you can see, but this is a basket of flowers, and it is from, I'm not sure. How's that? It's been a while. I haven't had this in a long time, but I thought, well, I'll just grab this out and work on it. It's a kit, and we'll see how it goes. See if I can get it to move and get some light on the subject over here. So, how's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good weekend? Now, this color that I'm working with are only single crosses. I don't know what that's called. 10 stitch, maybe? I have no idea. But we'll see how it goes. Because they're not full crosses. There's parts of this that have full crosses and parts of it that don't. So, we will see. But I thought maybe it'd go a little bit easier. I just wasn't into the counting and talking at the same time mode. But, oh well, it gives us all something new, different to look at. It has lots of flowers in it. I've completed some of these flowers on this side here. You can kind of see it. And that's as far as I've gotten. I just started on that edge, you know, when I started it. I think this was one of the first stamped cross-stitch that I had bought, and I'm pretty sure I got it from Amazon, but I don't even know if I can go back and look if they have all that, you know, still listed. So we will see. Feels kind of weird just to be doing one instead of a full cross. Worked a little bit on Elemental Dragon yesterday. And let's see, what else did I work on? When I got home, I worked on the lettering for Time to Stitch. So we'll see. Just little stuff by little stuff. That's about all we're doing. I didn't accomplish too much, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, goodness. I don't know why they have this dark color for shading, but it's the right one. It's 83, I looked at it, 839, I think. 8, yeah. So, we'll have to see. I don't know. I think it's an 11 count, actually, since it was one of the first ones, because I didn't want to venture any smaller. But, I really can't see what I'm doing. Let's see if I can bring you in a little bit closer. But the squares seem to be fairly big. Thought I'd work on a small section at a time. What else? It seems like I worked on something else. Oh, I worked on Game of Swans before I went to work. I finally got it almost in hand. Because those first flowers that I started on, like every other one stitch was a different color, and I was like, not having it. Not having it. And I got lost real easily, so I started in another place. I mean, I left what I had, but I went like over a little bit to start on a different flower. I may have to frog out that other flower because it just wasn't making sense to me. It was kind of, what do you call it, assault on the senses, because I'm used to doing things in solid colors, so that wasn't going so well. I put it down for a whole day because I just couldn't look at it. So I've been hacking away now, just trying to get something done on it, but it's a little difficult. Just a little, it's a little difficult to see. These are like green checkerboards, and I can't hardly tell where the stitches are supposed to go, but we'll just keep going. Thank goodness it's an 11 count, so I can actually see what I'm working on. So not much happening. It was kind of boring at work. Not very many people out and about. You know, of course, the guys that have to work, like the tow people and people, you know, traveling for work and stuff like that. So it was pretty calm, if you ask me. Oh, we used that thread up pretty fast, didn't we? They started having lines at the grocery store. I swear. It's like each week it's a new adventure. What are we doing this week? Where did them scissors go? I'm telling you. Watch some YouTube as usual. Couldn't find anything exciting to watch on YouTube. Or not YouTube. What is it called? Netflix. Just not in the mood to start a series because it has to be in English and something that I've seen before, or else I'll never get any stitching done if I have to read all the subtitles. Now that, what do you call it? Monaco, Love and Times of War is all in Spanish, but I've seen it so many times. I'm just not ready to start over again. This is a nice big old fat needle. I can actually, what do you call it? Thread it really fast. No problems there. Oh, jeez. Whoops, I keep wanting to make a full cross, and it's not a full cross. Thank goodness it's just a partial cross. I could get used to this, unfortunately, but I'm not doing everything in tent stitch. It would go faster, but just not happening. Still waiting for my package to show up. It went from Oklahoma to Denver, and then Denver to Grand Junction, and now it's back in Denver. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And this is the Teresa Kogert stuff that I'm waiting on. I swear, it's like cursed. Because it's the one I wanted to do a month ago, right after market. I mean, yeah, I can understand waiting for it, but geez Louise, unbelievable. And I did see that 123 Stitch had the other Teresa Kogert's. They did not, I haven't seen Consider the Lilies on there yet. I did see her book. And they also had Stretton and the one that looks like Frosty and all the kids. So I got Stretton and the Frosty one. And I, of course, don't have the thread. And I think I bought a fairly big size of blue fabric that I'm going to do the Christmas ones on. So I can hardly wait till I get that. Now that I just ordered, so it's going to be like not next week, but maybe the first part of next week. You know, we can only hope. Because at this point, they're just not considering that have to have. Evidently, they run it all over the frickin' state. I might get it by summer. That other one, I swear. I'm like, what the hell? I just want to stitch. Oops. Gotta do one on the outside here. There's one there. One there. And one there. So, yeah. It's just frustrating at best. I was watching Amy. I don't know. I think it's not just Amy, but it's only the name Amy. And she got a big haul of what do you call it? DMC flosses in boxes. My God, there must have been 8 to 10 boxes of floss, all wrapped. You know, they're all bobbinated. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I'm like, holy crap, I wouldn't have to order thread forever. Jeez. But she said it did smell like cigarette smoke, but I think she got it off of eBay, if I'm not mistaken. You have to go check her out. She's got a good channel. She does stitching, and she also does diamond painting. So I'll put her as a shout out down there. In the description thing. As soon as I can remember, I have to go look. I think it's just the name Amy. But she has some pretty stuff she's working on. I think she does counted and the stamped stuff too. So I have to check her out. I'm not sure where she lives. She used to live in Colorado. If I'm not mistaken, I think she was born in Colorado. I don't know. I might have that wrong. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to have to get a longer thread here. Just not going very far. Hey, vey. So, that's all I've been doing. Did my dishes for the first time this week, I think. Geez, everything in the world was dirty for some reason. But, you know, nobody's here, so it really doesn't matter. But I did get my dishes done. Can't say much for the floor. It needs it too, but I'm going to wait for my day off. And it's been kind of muddy and dirty, or it snowed or it didn't snow, so I'm lucky if I get to mop my floor about twice a month. Sometimes it needs it, sometimes it don't, you know, so terribly, but gee willikers, it just drives me crazy. So, other than that, I haven't wanted to start tearing my, what do you call it? I was going to start tearing the studio apart. I mean, as far as getting things properly boxed, because when I decided that I was going to do cross stitch, I moved all my multimedia stuff into the studio, and so they were in precarious boxes, you know, like weird shaped Diamond Art Club boxes and stuff. So, yeah, it didn't get put away real well. I just shoved everything in boxes. I was done. And had to move all my paint out of here. So it's sitting in boxes. Because heaven forbid that I got paint on either a diamond painting or the cross stitch stuff. So that had to go. Oh, come on, please. So yeah, that's about the only exciting crap that's been going on here. Stuff that's kind of hard to see. But I really love this picture. All these beautiful flowers, and it's spring, and I like to see color. And, well, it's sort of spring here, you know. I mean, it was 30-some degrees, so. But it gets in the 40s, maybe 50s, you know, depending on the day. And some days have been cloudy and looking like it's going to rain or snow or something. And we've had a little tiny bit of rain. I wouldn't say it was a whole bunch of rain. But I'm ready for it to just be nice weather. So we can always kind of count on that. Thank goodness those other colors go away. But when you wash it, I wish I knew what the name of this pattern was. I wrote on here, basket of flowers. I don't know what happened to the actual picture, so I have no idea if it's a, what do you call it? A Joy Sunday or just what it is. So, haven't decided. But I hadn't worked on it in like forever. It gets shoved to the bottom of the box. I should keep the ones that, you know, when I had like 90 things out. Molly, hush! I shoved everything in this stupid crate thing, and that way I could just get out a few that I was actually working on, and that didn't work so well. So when I transfer that stuff into the new tub that I got, I will have to put, you know, the stuff that I'm not really working on or doing a video on or whatever. But I like to change it up, you know, so y'all don't get bored seeing the same damn thing and very little progress. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm so tired. I laid down at 12:30. I could not go to sleep till about 2 something. And I took some NyQuil and that didn't help. Yeah, it's just been, I don't know, I can't turn everything off real well. Hey, we're making some progress there. I know it doesn't look like it because the other part of that green kind of sticks out. I suppose if I'd be going the other direction, but, you know, this is the way I stitch, that it wouldn't show so much. It'd be easier to look at. But I'm not going to change it now, and I'm not going to rip everything out. It's just not happening. But that's the way I stitch. But it'll all go away when you wash it out, so not real concerned. In fact, if you spill anything on there, boy, count on it being gone. I had some that on the edge, you know, I've spilled coffee or something else, and yeah, it's a good thing I can read between the lines of what color it is. Oh yeah, it's been special, but it didn't get on the actual thing, so. But I just wanted to come on today and touch bases with everybody. I love getting comments from you guys and what you're doing and how life is in your sector of the world, shall we say. Oh, for pity's sake. Just give me the stupid thing. Got all wound up in the thread. This is kind of a, I guess it's brown. Just a regular old brown. But I figured that part would go fairly fast, and it is. Just kind of working around the edges. Oh, for pity's sake. Get in there. So much for easy threading. Well, if I had the needle going in the right direction, I'd have it made. Oh, geez. I've just been kind of stiff. I don't know if I'm just sitting too much or what is going on. Get that out of the way. Oops. Gotta go up. I don't know why they did that. That was kind of stupid on their part. They have a dark green and a... Let me look. Oh, never mind. I can make that a full cross. I thought, well, why did they have two of the same colors? There's like a half square here. So we'll just make them a full cross. Like that. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. We can make this a full cross too. I'm telling you. Okay, let's start there. I doubt that I will have all the thread I need for this, but, you know, we can just fill in the blanks. To hell with it. I'm for just making do with what we got to work with. Trying. I'm not succeeding too well, but because you know me, I gotta have something new. And I've been, like, depraved for so long that now I'm overdoing. Okay, now we can go on over here. Trying to come along this edge here and kind of finishing it up. But I always use more thread in these kits than I mean to, or whatever, because I stitch differently, but oh well. It is what it is. I'm sure I can find some colors to match, because Lord knows I should have one of everything by now. Sometimes not so much. I'd like to do that sometime, order them all, but the sheer thought of bobbinating all that mess, oh hell no. Not happening. And it's the only way I can see that it would ever get done. You know, it'd be nice and pretty and even and neat. I'd have to get me 6 of those boxes that she had with all the threads in it, just so that everything would fit. And I'll have to look on Amazon, but that's probably not considered, what do you call it, pertinent right now. So it'll take me forever to get it, but it's a project for summer. I'd love to have all the colors. Just order one of everything. What the hell? You know, it only costs you, what, about $300? But I'm not even going towards Colorworks or whatever. I don't know. I still want to get some of that silk. You know, maybe like in one color, so that I could do one of my, we'll call it red pieces. So, yeah. And just see, you know, how it holds up. Not holds up, but how it stands up to that crappy silk that is in those kit things. I'd like to get some Valsois or whatever, whomever. I've seen Sulky in person, but you know, you'd have to be stitching on something pretty small to use it. So I'm just not, I'm kind of at a conundrum. But it's one of those projects, you know, like experiments. Yeah, it's an experiment. But not, you know, put too much in it. And I've got another red work coming, so maybe I'll order some of that silk, just to see how that would work. And I know it's not a big one. God, my luck, I will fall in love with that stupid silk. It'd be like drugs. God, I'll have to have it. That's another thing that slows me down. For pity's sake. Really? It's just... What is the issue? For pity's sake. Okay, yeah, I pulled on that, and it didn't want to go. There we go. Like, what in the heck is going on here? Okay, hang on. Issues. See, I was talking about silk, and the cotton got jealous. God dang it. Don't worry, you won't be replaced, because my luck with silk is... yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, yep, no, not happening. So, we'll see. Maybe I can just order enough red for that little project, and we'll go from there. You know? Just don't know. So it's a project or an experiment. Because, you know, I mean, they're beautiful. But I don't know. Just don't know. Does anybody have any suggestions on which they think is the best silk? You know? If you do, put it in the comments, because I can listen. I can, like experiment with 2 or 3 kinds and see which one I like the best and go from there. But anything's got to be better than that other stuff that I've been using. It's horrible. Just absolutely horrible. So we'll see. We will see. And tell me also if you like cotton over silk or silk over cotton. Which is your preference? Let me know. Because I'm kind of going with DMC these days, so I don't know. Every once in a while, you just got to do something different, I guess. I don't know. They have such beautiful colors. Just, yeah, that's the part that got me on the last batch of silk mess. And somebody told me, that it really wasn't silk. It's some blah, 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 whatever they told me. So, I mean, that I can understand. It acts like you're sewing with nylon thread, basically. Because it just doesn't want to lay right, or it keeps inching up, and you have to keep attention on it. I don't know. Are all silks like that? I have no idea. Not a clue. So if you got any suggestions or anything, let me know. Alright guys, well, I think that is going to be it for today. I know it never looks like we get a whole bunch done, but we got a few done, and it's going to be okay. We'll work on this maybe a little bit at a time too. Never can tell when I'll pull this out again and put a few more stitches in it. But I just love those flowers over there. They're turning out really pretty. Lots of pretty colors in this. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell, and that way you'll know when the next video comes out. Y'all have a good rest of your Sunday. Good rest of your weekend. God bless. Stay healthy and wash your hands. Bye-bye.